Good afternoon, students. My name is Udo Chiku and I'm teaching PhD. This is for Js 3. Okay, and our topic is HIV and AIDS. This is normally a popular topic. A good number of persons know it, and even if you were here and I'm to ask you what the meaning is, you can be able to say it. So we are going to look at the meaning, the symptoms and signs, modes of transmission, care of HIV patients. Firstly, HIV means human immune virus. You know that, and AIDS means acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Okay, that's the meaning of it. HIV destroys cells in your immune system. So when a person gets HIV, the person's immune system is affected, and because it affects the person's immune system, that person becomes prone to many things, many infections. So that is one of the reasons why if somebody has HIV in his or her system and nothing is done about it, the person dies, because the immune system which fights against disease is dealt with by the virus. Okay, so let's quickly look at the symptoms and signs of HIV and AIDS. Okay, there are symptoms and there are things that if you begin to see them, you begin to suspect. Even if you are not the one, you begin to look at the person that is having the symptoms. Say, is this thing not HIV? As in things that if you see, your mind will begin to tell you without any test. You say, it's as if this person has HIV. So the first thing is headache. But you know, at the point of headache, many things can cause you to have headache, so you may not really be sure. But once you see headache, there is then immediate loss of weight. When a person begins to lose weight, lose weight, it will get to an extent that some people when we were younger, you see people saying this person is as if he has HIV because the person is thin. So if nothing is done to HIV virus, it can make the person to begin to lose weight drastically. Okay, feeling tired, dizzy and lightheaded. You know what it means to be tired, unnecessarily tired. You did not do anything throughout the day, but you are tired and it is consistent. Okay, that is what we are talking about. So breathing more easily than normal, breathing yourself more easily than normal. At any slight thing, your body is bruised. It is a sign or symptom of HIV. Then deep dry coughs. The person will begin to cough. You know, deep dry cough, that is not the normal one that you have if you have catarrh. So it's a symptom. Feeling short of breath, the person may not be able to breathe well, is a symptom. Having diarrhea, fevers or night sweats for a long time. It's not as if that whenever a person has diarrhea or fever, it means that person has HIV. No, but if it lasts, like it now defies all medical conditions, the person has treated diarrhea, treated fever, but the person is still having it, then maybe, just maybe, it may be that the person is infected by HIV virus. Okay, then mode of transmission. So every disease has a way of being transmitted. The ones I mentioned are just a few. I mean the symptoms and signs. There is getting easily infected, bad yeast infection, swelling of the lymph in the throat, here, the armpits, the limbs here, and then the groin here. All this, the swelling here can be that the person has HIV. Skin rashes, chronic pelvic inflammatory disease, This is also a symptom of HIV. Okay, then numb feeling in the hands and feet and muscles. That's somebody may at some point you will not be feeling your hands again. To be as if your hand, if you are touching it, it will not be alive. You will not be feeling it. Is also a sign of HIV. Okay, mode of transmission. Every disease at all has a mode of being transmitted. As far as it is a communicable disease, it has a mode of transmission. Okay, so for HIV, there are ways it can be transmitted, but I want us to first of all look at the ways that it cannot be transmitted, because there are many stories around. If anybody is pointed at HIV, this person says, everybody will be running away. If you come to church, everybody will go and sit there. If the person is passing, you will shift. I want us to see the ways that it cannot be transmitted first. After seeing, you now see the ways it can be transmitted. The first part is that kissing. If you kiss a person that has HIV, you will not get it, except you have wound in your mouth. That's when you can catch it. If not, no. Sharing of accessories, spoons, toilets, others, anything that you share with, as far as it's not a sharp object, you will not get HIV through it. So if we use the same soap and you have HIV, I don't have, I will not get it. If you use the same spoon to eat, I will not get HIV if you have it. So that is it. Hugging or shaking hands, that you hug a person that is HIV positive, or I'm HIV positive and you hug me, does not mean that you catch the virus. Shaking of hands, no, it cannot be transmitted through that way. Saliva, tears and sweat, these three fluids cannot transfer HIV. Saliva, tears, sweat, these three cannot transfer. Mosquito bites and other insect bites, I thank God that mosquitoes cannot give HIV, because if they can, everybody will have it. So mosquito bite and other insect bite can, even if mosquito bite a person that has HIV and come and bite you, you will not get HIV. Okay, so then how can it be transmitted? We have mentioned the ways it cannot be transmitted. How can it be transmitted? Number one, sexual activities. Sexual activities is the major way through which it can be transmitted. So when a person is HIV positive and you have any form of sexual activity with the person, you have high chances of catching HIV. Okay, 2, sharing of sharp objects with an infected person. Example, needles, syringes, razor. That is why it is advised, ladies, if you are going to fix your hair, don't pick razor and cut your nails with it. Don't just pick needle anywhere, or you go to those substandard medical centers to go and get treatment, because it can be that they are using syringe that they have used. If they use it on you and the person it was used on before has HIV, you have high chances of getting it. Okay. Then it is spread by breastfeeding, pregnancy and birth if the mother is infected. So if a woman is infected and she gets pregnant and nothing is done about it, the baby will come out HIV positive. Then even if the baby comes out without HIV and the mother breastfeeds the child will get it. Then birth, through the means of birth, a lot of things happen through the means of birth. Blood, normally there is always association with blood, so it can give HIV virus to the newborn if nothing is done. Okay. Then blood transfusion, blood products, organs and tissue transplant. Blood transfusion, maybe somebody is sick and the blood has come down so much that the person may die. The doctors begin to advise, let's transfuse blood. So that is why it is good to go to a good hospital, because all screening should be done before blood can be transfused. Then blood products, and then tissue and organs transplant. They may want to, you've heard liver transplant, kidney transplant, heart transplant, all those things. If a positive person, if the organ of a positive person is transplanted to another person, that person will automatically get HIV. So that is why it is good to go to a good hospital, so that all necessary processes will be taken before that. Okay, being bitten by a positive person to the degree of tearing the skin. If somebody is positive and the person bites you so much that the person tears your skin, you have high chance of contacting HIV. Contact with broken skin, wounds, mucous membranes with HIV infected blood or blood contaminated blood fluids. Okay, contact with broken skin. If you have injury and by any means the blood of a HIV infected patient touches that surface of the wound, you may contact HIV. So once the skin is broken, any fluid from the body of an infected patient can infect you. Okay, care of HIV patients. This is very important, because the only thing our people want to associate with when a person has HIV is their money. So, and it's wrong. So number one is regular intake of antiretroviral drugs as prescribed. These drugs are free. You get them in government hospitals. When a person have HIV, the person should go to these hospitals and be collecting drugs regularly. If a person collects drugs as regularly as should be, that person will not die. That person can live as far as 15, 20 years, 25 years. Okay? Don't stigmatize them. Don't begin to say, hey, this person has HIV, this person has HIV. It is wrong. HIV is no greater a disease than other diseases. Sometimes a person suffering from it can outlive people that are normal self. So things like cancer and diabetes can even kill faster than HIV. So don't stigmatize them. They are just sick. It's a medical condition. So don't shift away if they are passing, or if they come to sit close to you in your class or in your church, you run away. It's wrong. Or if your kinsman or your cousin has it, you stop talking to the person. It's very bad. Don't stigmatize them. 3, positive person should Okay, positive person should eat immune system enhancing food such as fruits and vegetables. A person that has HIV cannot afford to eat anything he or she sees. Person should eat more of fruits and vegetables that will boost their immune system. You don't go about drinking alcohol or eating gala and drinking malt all the time. You should eat food that will enhance your immune system. They should be careful of what they eat. We have said that they should have less stressful jobs. They should have jobs that don't stress them so much. So if you are a person that works from 9 to 11 and you are standing all the time or you are stressing yourself, it will cause harm to the person. Okay, awareness should be created that HIV status is not a death sentence. The government should help. Non-governmental organizations should help. Voluntary agencies and even individuals should help in this campaign. HIV is not a death sentence. So don't begin to feel that if by any chance you contact HIV that you have died. No, it's not a death sentence. It's a medical condition and you can survive as far as you do what you should do. Okay, this is the end of our class, and remember, there is coronavirus. It is not fake, it is real. So please remember to stay at home and do everything the government and the medical personnel have advised us so far. Thank you.